Look at these beauties. Look at it. So incredible. I planted this really close to this to help it avoid getting destroyed by the frost in the winter. And it's done pretty well. It's been there for about 4 years, or I mean, almost 3 years. And this tree is actually pretty incredible too. See how you can see a whole tree on this side? Look on the inside. This tree got struck by lightning probably, looking at this, I would say 20 years ago, at least. Anyway, so the center of the tree has rotted out all the way up. And it's very rare. It's like 1 in 1,000 chance that when a tree gets struck like that down the center, that it survives. Anyway, so unfortunately for me, I had to take it down because it did have mistletoe in all the rotting parts going all the way up, and it's spreading to my other trees, and so I had to cut it down. But the point is it's a magnificent tree. It had such character the way it was growing, like, and the fact that it took back over with the bark. It was being re-engulfed, kind of like how when there's tree work, if you properly take off a branch from the saddle at the top to where the branch actually meets the trunk of the tree, it makes a ring, and the bark grows back into the hole in order to seal itself. Whereas if you cut too deep on the bottom side, now you have trunk trunk heart exposed, or if you cut too far out on the top side or on the bottom side, you have branch, and then the trunk won't regrow around that. Creates a rotted spot. Maybe eventually when the tree grows, but not from it filling in the spot, like from it growing so big that the spot becomes tiny. Anyway, so I'm rambling on. I created this little environment here from the rest of the yard because just for that trunk. See all this? This has got like a tangled mess here. And you've got these vines, and these vines are so mature they can easily take over and kill these. But if you look from the outside, I have the branches pulled over the trunk anyway, so that the vines can hold the branches down. So it's created a beautiful little habitat, and it's really nice. You can see where these branches have regrown up from the one I had pulled over. It just created such a wonderful little environment. I don't know if you saw this in the shot earlier. This guy right here. But these don't really do well in the cold. Frost will kill them right down to the ground. But I planted him under there 3 years ago. And obviously the first 2 years this overgrowth wasn't that great. But so every winter I piled up mulch around it so that the heart would be safe. And then now that it's founded, it's pretty much safe. And then plus the overgrowth, it's growing so well. If you look in the top of the wood, you can see where the trunk was rotted, going straight up the tree. You can see what survived, about half of it. And obviously as it went up, it went through the center, but it like split out in spots the whole way up. So it split out here, and then it split out here, and then it split out here on the way up, straight up to the top. Anyway, this is one day. This is going to be an absolutely magnificent, beautiful tree. it is sprouting out branches on it. So hopefully, if I'm lucky, something cool will happen. But don't know the future, so I don't really know what it will be. Anyway, so just a little example of how beauty even lies in the little things. Because, you know, this just looks like an unkept part of my yard, you know? Just like everywhere else. But yeah, this is my home, everybody. Everything you see I built. Besides, you know, the surfboards and the lawnmower. This is actually the main trunk to that tree. I want to cut out the rotten part and see what kind of shape I can get out of it. Maybe I can make a trickling waterfall river going through it, or I've got a lot of ideas. Plant it, but not on the ground the way it is right now. Suspended, maybe part of a pond setup. We'll see. But yeah, that's my property back there. This is where I live. I love that I got to buy that. I love it. Anyway, these guys, oh, there's a good example. See how those are creating rings? When I cut them, right where on the top side of a branch, if you look closely, in most cases, right where the trunk of the tree meets the branch, you'll see where both barks are growing, and because they grow outward, they're growing into each other because they're different functioning portions of the tree, so they're each doing their own thing. They're growing into each other, and it pushes the bark together and like upward. You'll have like that little rough spot, which looks more like a live oak trunk wood rather than like, you know, a smooth trunk. Anyway, if you cut right there and then you angle outward a little bit, you just gotta kind of know where the trunk meets the tree. Yeah, the trunk is gonna angle outward, but anyway, that's a whole other story, whole other thing. If you want to know more about that, I can tell you on a video chat or something. All right, love y'all. Bye.